let's start discussion on very important topic, and which is a model for the my entire course, which is the product manager for the regtech and fintech. So the model 4 is related to the skill for a regtech and the fintech for the product manager. So here we are going to discuss on the business analysis and the product management, what are the role of business analyst and the project manager, how they are involved with their roles. And then we discuss on the technical understanding side like API, application programming interface, or the SaaS, or we also discuss on the data analytics for the product decision. So how, if you are working as a product manager in the IT organization, so how the data will affect on your decision making capacity. So then we will discuss lastly on the stakeholder management. I'll explain you detail on the stakeholder management topic. Before we are going to start and deep dive into the skill for a regtech and fintech product manager, I will humbly request you, if you are interested in the field of quantitative finance or the risk management or the business analyst or the quality analyst or the AIML technique or the cloud computing or the robotic process automation, so please do like and subscribe my channel. So I am putting on such hot topic videos on my channel, and your like and subscribe will motivate me to create and more such videos for you guys. So let's start a discussion on this important topic. So okay, let's move on the first slide, which is the introduction to the skills for the regtech and fintech product manager. So here we are discuss on the overview of essential skills for the product manager. So where we discuss on the business analysis and the product management required skill, or the technical knowledge of API and SaaS and data analytics for decision stakeholder management skills. So the product manager is a regtech and fintech operate at the interaction of technology, compliance, and the customer experience. So it is an the interaction of technology, compliance, and the customer experience. So their role demand in unique blend of analytical, technical, and interpersonal skills, unlike the traditional PM role. These professionals must understand regulatory framework, financial system, and emerging technologies which are in the market. So these model introduce four critical skills areas like difference between the business analysis from product management, or the technical understanding of APIs and SaaS, and leveraging data analytics for informed decision, and mastering the stakeholder management. So each skill is vital for ensuring the product success and is highly regulated and competitive environment. By the end of this model, learner will appreciate how these competencies contribute to building a complete, innovative, and user-centric financial product, or the regtech or the fintech product that will solve the business problem, or that will exactly fill with the gap in the business. So let's first start discuss with the business analyst versus the product management. So let's discuss on the key difference and the overview between the business analyst and the product manager. So where we focus on the key aspects like the primary focus, key deliverable, or the stakeholder interaction, and the skill emphasis. So the BA, business analysis, and the product management, which PM, share the common ground but difference in a scope and objective. BA primary focus on gathering requirement, analyze the process, and ensuring the solution meets the business need. They act as a bridge between the stakeholder and the technical team, emphasizing documentation and compliance. While other side, PA PM product manager on other hand own the product vision, roadmap, and the strategy. They prioritize the feature based on the market trend, user need, customer expectation, and business goals. While BA are detail oriented and process driven, but the product manager adopt the holistic approach and balancing technical feasibility with customer experience. In regtech and fintech, these roles often collaborate closely, and regulatory compliance and product vision must align seamlessly. Understanding these distinctions helps the product manager leverage the BA insight while maintaining the strategic oversight. So it's, you should understand the business difference between the business analyst and the product manager role. So let's move on the next slide, which is the technical understanding of APIs and the SaaS. So where we discuss on the uh, core technical concepts for the PMs. So where we discuss on the importance of API, SaaS architecture, benefits for the product development life cycle, or the PM technique literacy and security and compliance. So in a regtech and fintech product, really heavily on APIs and depend on the SaaS architecture. So API stand for the application programming interface, enable the seamless integration between the banking system, compliance tool and third party services. So product manager must understand API's functionality, authentication method and data security implication to make an informed decision about the partnership and scalability. So other hand, the SaaS software has a service model of offer a cloud-based solution that reduce the infrastructure cost, or that reduce the on-premises cost, and it enhance flexibility for the product manager. Knowledge of SaaS deployment, subscription model and compliance consideration like data residency is crucial. While product manager are not expected to code, they should grasp the technical constraint and opportunity to communicate effectively with engage engineering team and evaluate the vendor solutions. So these technical literacy ensure the product remains secure, scalable and the compliant. So they don't need to understand the coding knowledge, but they need to understand the functionality or the functional side of API and SaaS architecture, and how the SaaS architecture will work for their product. So let's move on the next slide, which is and the most important for guys if you are go for the product manager role in the regtech and fintech or any other domain. So that is the data analytics for the product decisions, where you are going to take decisions, leveraging the data for strategic insights. And you should consider the data, what the data will tell. So there is a multi-score source data interpretation, prediction analytics and KPI, compliance and ethical analytics, data-driven product organization. So let's start. The data analytics is a cornerstone of modern product management, and we should need to consider the data for the while making the decision, especially in regtech and fintech where compliance and customer trust are paramount. Product manager must interpret data from multiple sources, including transactions, logs, user behavior metrics, and regulatory report. So key skill include the defining KPIs, using dashboard and applying predictive analytics to anticipate market trend. Data driven decision making helps the prioritize the features, optimize user experience and ensure the compliance. For example, analyzing fraud detection pattern can guide the enhancement in AML tool, while studying payment success rate inform the informative in digital wallets. So the product manager should also understand data privacy regulations like GDPR to ensure the ethical and legal use of analytics, and they should understand the the, the logic between the GDPR. And ultimately data empower the PM to validate the assumptions, delivery product that meet both the business and regulatory objective. So let's move on the next slide, guys, that is the stakeholder management. So let's discuss on the uh, building alignment and the trust with the stakeholder management. So stakeholder communication, trust through the transparency, empathy and culture awareness, and the structured stakeholder management. So let's start discussion. Effective stakeholder management is critical for RegTech and FinTech PM due to the complex ecosystem involving regulators, internal team, vendor, and customer. So the product manager must communicate clearly, manage expectation, and resolve conflict while maintaining the transparency. So technique including the stakeholder mapping, prioritization, and regular update through the structure channel like sprint review or the compliance briefing. Building trust require balancing regulatory demand with user centric innovations, often necessitating negotiation and compromise compromise the things. So product managers should also develop empathy and culture awareness as a global financial product involve a diverse market and regulatory environment. So strong stakeholder relationship accelerate the decision making, reduce the fractions, and ensure the product success is in line highly regulated industry. So that thing should be understand by the product manager while making the relationship with the stakeholder, and they should manage the stakeholder. So then last slide, which is the key takeaway from that model 4. So let's discuss on the key takeaway side. So here the analytical and the strategic and analytical skills should have the product manager, or the technical knowledge should have, and the role clarity and the stakeholder management. So in a regtech and fintech require unique skill set that blend the strategic thinking, technical literacy, analytical prowess, and interpersonal effectiveness. Understanding the distinction between business analysis and product management ensure the clarity in role and responsibilities of the product manager, and understand the product goal objective, and then technical knowledge of APIs has enable the informed decision about the integration and scalability of while making the decision. And then data analytics empower the PM to validate the assumption and optimize the product performance, while stakeholder management foster and collaborate and trust. Mastering these skills positions PM to lead a successful product that comply with regulations and meet market demands and deliver expectational user experience product. So that thing should be the skill set for the product manager in a regtech and the fintech industry should have. And they will very well understand the business requirement or the product requirement, product objective, goal, and stakeholder management. So that is the end of this slide, guys. So I'll request you, if you are interested in the product management manager role for the regtech and fintech industry, so please do like and subscribe my channel, so that will motivate me to create and more videos for you guys. And that is the entire lecture series for you guys, so you will be targeting your next role for the product manager role. So once again, thank you so much guys for attending this interesting seminar, and please do like and subscribe my channel, so that thing will motivate me to create and more such videos for you guys. So thank you so much guys once again.